Hello, welcome to C language technical discussion. I am Rajendra here from APSSDC. So far we are discussing on functions. Today I am going to write we are going to discuss in details about the user defined functions and parts of the what are the components of the functions. Today we will discuss in details. Today I want to write one program to find out the maximum number of three numbers, find out the largest of three numbers. So, I will write one example program by using the user defined function. So, first here I am going to write the program user defined function to find out the largest of three numbers. Very simple. First int. So, here I am not writing the header files because already we knew that header files. So, int it is a return type and it is a user defined function. This is my function. I can write any name instead of max. I can write large. I can write anything. I can write my name also because it is a user defined function. It is my function. That is the reason we are saying that it is a user defined function. If it is a predefined function means I cannot change it. So, this is a user defined function. First int into a into b. This entire thing is known as the function heading. And this is return type, this is the name of the function, these are the formal parameter list. So, here I am passing the two parameters from the calling function. This is called function, it is also called as. Just focus here. If A is greater than B, return A. If the A is the largest of these two numbers, return A. So, A is a integer, so return type is integer. Okay. Else ELSE, it is the keyword, return B. Return is also a keyword. Return is a keyword. Here I can return only one value. I cannot return more than one value by using the in the return statement. Okay, this finished. This is a user defined function. This is a user defined function. So, now I am going to write the calling function. This is called function. So, where do you call? I cannot execute this one because there is no main function here. Execution starts from the main function only, and this, if you want to execute this one, it should have one calling function. So, I am going to write the calling function now. That is void main largest of three numbers, int x, y, z, comma answer 1, comma answer 2. Answer 1, comma answer 2. So, this is variable declaration. So, I have to write the function declaration also because I am going to use this function, call this function in this program. So, I have to write this prototype. It is also called as function declaration or prototype. Int max int a comma int b semicolon. This is variable declaration, this is function declaration. This function declaration is also called as function prototype, also called as function prototype. Next, so here I have to call this function now. So how do you call? Answer1 equal to max of x comma y, whereas x is a, just let us assume x is equal to 5, okay, and y equal to 6 and z equal to 7, okay. So 5 comma 6. Next, answer 2 equal to max z comma, z means here 7 comma answer 1. Next, printf largest of 3 numbers are %d \n comma answer 2. Get ch closing braces, get ch closing braces. So now you can see here, this is a user defined function, this is user defined function. This is user defined function, this total is, this is predefined function, this is means we are going to calling function, this is called function. This is my function, I can write any logic here, okay. First 4 variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables are created, that is x comma y comma z, 5 variables are created somewhere in the memory. Next, second one, int max int a comma int b, this is nothing but a function prototype or function declaration. This is nothing but a function prototype or function declaration, function prototype or function declaration. This is variable declaration. This is variable declarations. So here our requirement is to find out the largest of 3 numbers. Largest, what are the 3 numbers? That is 5, 6, 7. I do not know which is the largest one among these 3 numbers. Okay. So I am sending the 3 variables, answer 1 equal to max 5 comma 6. This 5 comma 6 are copied to a comma b. A comma b. So 5 is greater than 6. It is false, condition becomes false. So whenever the condition becomes false, else part is executed, that is b is returned to, b means what here, that is 6, 6 is returned to where, wherever it is called, means it is replaced with 6. So 6 is stored into answer 1. So we are sending the 6, 6 is nothing but a integer, so return type is integer, this is return type. Return type, this is name of the function, function name. This is end of the max function, closing. Now the control execution starts from here. Answer 2 equal to max of 7 comma answer 1. Here answer 1 means what? 6. Again we are calling the function. Again we are calling the max function. So max function means, so here 7 comma answer 1 means 6. 7 comma 6 are again it is copied to user defined function. Here 7 is nothing but a here this is 6. So now here comparison starts. 7 is greater than B, that is 6. So it is true. It is true. So whenever the condition becomes true, next return of A. A means what here? That is 7. 7 is returned to calling function. This is replaced with 7. So answer 2 contains 7. Answer 2 contains 7. Okay. So printf largest of 3 numbers, answer 2. Answer 2 means 7 will be the output. 7 will be the output here. This is the to find out the largest of 2 numbers. To find out the largest of 2 numbers. So if you want to find out the largest of find out the largest of 3 numbers, but if you want to find out the largest of 4 numbers, how do we use this function? Yes, it is no problem, you can use. Then you have to write answer equal to max of, function call should be max of A comma B comma max of C comma D. This is a function call for, no need to change this logic, user defined function, you just change here max of, only you can write only one answer equal to max A comma B max C comma D, that is it. The same, this user defined function can find out largest of 2 numbers, largest of 3 numbers, largest of 4 numbers. Only we need to write the logic in the calling function, that is it. If you want to call the only 2 numbers, just use only max 5 A comma B. If you want to find out the 3 numbers, use answer 2 times. If you want to find out the 4 numbers, you just instead of writing these 2 steps, write in a answer equal to max of max A comma B comma max C comma D, that is it. Okay. So not only in this program, this max function can reuse in some other program also, only by simply including this file name. You can include this file name into some other program, you can use this one, this user defined function. Wherever you want to find out the largest of numbers, you just simply you can function, just you can call this function name, that is it, finish. Okay. If you want to find out the largest of float values, means it is not possible, because here we are writing the integers only. Then you need to write once again float max, float A comma float B, like this. Okay. Next my doubt is, what are the predefined functions? Okay, what are the library functions and what are the user defined functions in the above program? Means here library functions means, predefined functions means printf, getch, these are all are the predefined functions, library functions. Then what is the user defined function? This max is a user defined function and main is a user defined function. Okay. Here instead of writing this one, instead of writing these 2 statements, you can write in a single statement also. How? Means like this. That is only simple, ans equal to max of x comma max of y comma z. Okay. This is for 3 numbers, to find out the largest of 3 numbers. If you want to find out the largest of 2 numbers means only x comma y. If you want to find out the largest of 4 numbers means max of x. This is the function call. Okay. So, here the parts of the functions are, this is a return type, this is the name of the function, this is a formal parameter list, this is the body of the user defined function, and this is a function prototype or function declaration, and this is a function call. These are all are the user defined function components. This is entire thing is known as the function definition. This one is known as the function heading. This is called function heading. Function heading. This entire thing is known as the function definition. This int max, int a comma int b, this is known as the function heading. This integer is called return type. Whatever you write integer, you can write, that is becomes a return type. If you write here void, means nothing we are returning, but we are returning something, so integer I am writing. Okay. If you do not write, what happens here means function declaration must be there to call this function. Okay. Because we are using this max function in this program, so we need to inform to the compiler. For that reason, we are writing the function prototype. Okay. So, now we discuss in details of the, I will give you the notes of the parts of the function. You just see the notepad. Parts of the function. What are the parts we discuss now? First one, it contains function prototype. Function prototype or function declaration. Function prototype or function declaration. Next one is function call. Second one is function call. Third one is function definition. Third one is function definition. So, now we will see the function prototype or function declaration. First one is function prototype. Function prototype or function declaration. So, function prototype is just like a variable declaration. A function prototype is just like a variable declaration. A function must be declared. Okay. And this function declaration is also called as function prototype. Example, int x, what is this one? This is variable declaration. This is variable declaration. Int y, this is function declaration. This is function declaration, where y is the function, name of the function. Okay. Here y is not the integer, it is the name of the function. This y returns the integer, which y returns the integer. In the first one is x is it stores the integer value. X is a variable of type integer. Here y is the name of the function of type integer. Y is a function of type integer. Okay, I think you understood. Here this is a variable declaration, this is function declaration, where x is a variable, here y is a function, name of the function, here x stores the x type is integer, here y type is integer. So, here it is not possible to call a function without writing prototype. Second one, function call raises error when prototype is missing. And a function prototype provides the following information to the system. What they? First one, what is the function, name of the function, second, what are the parameter type and number of parameters, third one, what is the return type. Okay, this is the function way. This function prototype will provide the information. First one, what is the function name, what are the parameters list, formal parameter list, what is the return type that function contains. Okay. So, example, here first I will write the syntax. Syntax is return type space function name parameters list semicolon. Okay. If there is no parameters list here, no problem, we do not write anything here. Okay. And types are here optional, no need to write the types. Okay. You can see here int max, int a, comma int b, just have written, but this is here a comma b are optional. If you do not write also, no problem. If you do not write the here in function prototypes, if you do not write the name of that names of the variables also, no problem, because this integer is important here. Okay. Next, so return type, function name, parameters list. So, you can see the example. Int max, int comma int, that is it. Just I have written. Now we have seen the example program here. Based on that example program only, here I provided the example for the function prototype. Here the parameter names are optional in prototype. Parameter names are optional here. Okay. If you write a comma b also, no problem. Generally we do not write. Okay. Or int max, int comma int also okay, both are same, but parameter types are mandatory, necessary. Int is necessary. If you do not write the int, simply you are writing a comma b means it leads to error. Okay. Function prototype must be same as the function heading. Function prototype is same as the must be same as the function heading. Okay. Next we go for the second one. What is the second one? Function call. Function call is very important. Next, function call. Function call means whatever the names contains the function prototype. Okay. The function means function call means syntax is, that is function name, parameters, parameter list. Okay. Example, max a comma b or x comma y or 2 comma 3. You can write here variables or values, no problem. Here you can write variables or values, no problem. So, without function call I cannot execute the user defined function. Okay. I have written the function definition, I have written the calling function, but I have written the called function, but I did not call that user defined function, means it will not be executed. Only main function will be executed. Okay. For example, you can see here, just I forgot to write this one. I forgot to write this one. Okay, what happens? This will not be executed. This is the function call here. This is a function call here. This is a function call here. Based on this function call only, control goes to here and executes and come back. Executes and come back. Okay. If you do not write this function call, this user defined function is not executed. This user defined function is not executed. Okay. Next one is function definition. Now we are going to talk about this function definition. So, third one is function definition. Third one is function definition. So, here function definition means specify the code behind the function, in other words specify the what the function must do when it is called. Function definition contains the logic of the code, what it has to do. Okay. This function definition will contain specify the code behind the function, in other words specify what the function must do when it is called. Specify the code behind the function, in other words specify what the function must do when it is called. Okay. This is also called as function implementation. This is also called as function implementation. Okay. So, you can see here based on our specify what the function must do. What the function must do means here for example, we are doing here max largest of 3 numbers, largest of 2 numbers, largest of 4 numbers, largest of 4 numbers. So, I am specifying the code here what this function must do exactly, what this function must do exactly. It perform a specific operation. User defined function means which perform a specific operation. What is a specific operation here? Largest of 3 numbers, largest of 2 numbers, largest of 3 numbers, integer numbers. This is a specific operation. So, that operation you must write in this function body. So, here I have written the logic for the largest of 3 numbers. You can specify, you can write the any logic here. What this function must do, that logic has to be implemented in this body. This is nothing but a function body. This function body contains the logic of the operation. Okay. This is also known as the function implementation. Okay. The statements of the functions are executed when the function is called. The statements of the function are executed line by line whenever the function is called, only when the function is called. So, this function is not executed on its own, this max function is not executed on its own, it must be called in main function, it must be called, it must have one calling function. Here the calling function name is main function. This main function contains the max function. I am calling the main function calling the max function here. Okay. It must be called main function. So, we are calling main function is executed automatically when we run the program. Main function is called automatically when we run the program. So, this user defined function definition includes the following elements. What are the elements? Function name, okay, function type, function name and function type, and declaration of the parameters, okay, local variables list, but here I haven't used local variables list, this function statements and return statements. I repeat, this function definition will include the following things. One is name of the function, function type and function parameters, parameter list and statements and local variables and statements of the functions. Okay. So, I will write on the notepad so that you can note in your notebooks, you can copy into your notebooks. So, now we are talking about the function definition, right. So, this function definition includes first one function name, second one function type or return type, third one list of parameters, fourth one local variables, local variable declaration, fifth one function statements, sixth one return statement. A function will returns only one value only. Okay. Here this function name, you can see here this function name, function type, return type and list of parameters are a part of the function heading, are a part of the function heading. The above 1, 2, 3 will be the part of the function heading. Okay. Part A, function heading. Function heading contains function name, function type or return type or list of parameters. Okay. Next, B contains function body. Function body contains the local variables declaration, function statements and return statements. So, you know that function heading contains the function name, function type or return type. Here where is the function heading? You can see here, you can see the board. Okay. Int max, int a comma int b, this is nothing but a function heading here. Int max, this entire thing is known as a function heading. Okay. This is type of the function, name of the function, parameters list. These three are the part of the function heading. Three are the part of the function heading. Okay. Next, this is the body, function body. This function body contains the local variables list and statements of the function and return statement and the return statement. This function body contains local variables list. Here I haven't written the local variables because it is not used. Local variables are not required for my program, so I haven't used. So, here local variables list, here now I haven't used, but statements and return statement are the parts of the function body. This is a part of the function body. This is a part of the function body. So, here syntax for the function definition is return type space function name parameters list local variables, local variable declaration, statements, statement 1, statement 2 and so on and so on. Next, return value. This is the syntax for the function definition. Okay. Next example is just based on the example syntax only I will write the example. Example is int name of the function means here I have used max int a comma int b, local variables it is optional. Okay. Statements means if a is greater than b, return some value, else value 2. That is it. This is the example for the user defined function. So, we will see next. So, this is the example for the parts of the functions. Now, we are going to see some more parts in the next session, that is function headings and example for the some more programs and the user defined function we will see in the next session. Okay. Meanwhile, you can practice in your system. Okay, I will write my mail ID. If you get any doubts, okay, just send your mail rajendra.apssdc@gmail.com. You can send your doubts to this mail ID. Okay, you can send your C language doubts to rajendra.apssdc@gmail.com. Okay, thank you.